big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to another edition of the American Idiot Show, number 85.
What?
Dow, 85, bro.
Dang, bro. That's great.
85 episodes.
Feels like yesterday, TJ. Just feels like yesterday, bro.
Bro, oh god. You know what? I'm telling you, for the 100th episode, we're gonna go back and watch the first one, and I'm gonna be drinking heavily.
Geez. Yeah.
That's
That's a Coors Light that's a Jameson with a Coors Light back.
Yes, it is.
Saturday night. Oh man.
100%.
And then die for the next 4 days.
Yep, 100%. Welcome everybody to MIKEL ARTETA Day. Happy MIKEL ARTETA Day, everybody. As you know, or as you should know, MIKEL ARTETA has graced us with his presence since December 22nd of 2019. 5 years of the Lego-headed Paella-Pulis.
Fraud.
Damn. Welcome our guest TK. I'm going to start with TK. TK, how are you doing on this our fifth MIKEL ARTETA Day?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you two gentlemen. Yeah, bro. Arteta, 5 years, bro. It feels like yesterday when this guy was linked after Emery left. So
right.
And ever since then, it's all been history after that. So you know what it is. I'm feeling great. I'm ready for the show. I'm ready to talk some real talk today. So
yes,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bro. So yeah, I am not happy that it took so long with Arteta. You know what it is. So, but yeah, here's me celebrating his 5th anniversary. So big up.
Yes, absolutely. And Dal, how are you doing today on this fine December evening?
Oh God, I'm doing pretty good. Unfortunately, my youngest son's home from school today, sick, so he's upstairs getting some rest because we have a basketball tournament this weekend in Oregon City, so that ought to be fun. But hopefully he feels better. So that's kind of got me a little bit of a downer. But
I'm sorry, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's American Idiots, and yeah, I'm here for it, and I'm ready to absolutely roast Arteta in every way, shape, and form because I've seen enough since Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth was my hopping over the wall point for sure.
Yeah. Well, and I had talked about this. I had talked about this for a while, right? Like we were Arteta, especially on this channel. It's just like we're chanting Arteta out every week, and then he starts giving us some good results towards the end of last season. And I kind of took my foot off the gas because I'm like, you know what? Let's see what this guy can do. Let's see let's see if we can get it over the line. We'll give him one more season before I start absolutely cooking him. And it took me a little bit while to get back on that train because I kind of thought the Arteta out like over and over and over and over and over again conversations were getting a little boring, and I'm trying not to be that guy, right? That's sure. Where that's all I talk about. But I feel like now if we don't talk about it every week, we're doing a disservice to the club, and we're not being genuine to how we actually feel about it. Like TK, you and I have been in these group chats where we are with a lot of these Arteta inners, and we have to bang our heads against the wall to enforce fucking standards at this club. And I think that's my biggest problem with the MIKEL ARTETA reign is that, under Arsene Wenger, we were like, okay, we have a standard, and it's to contend for Premier Leagues every season and win every season, even if it's an FA Cup, compete in the Champions League. Now it's just compete, and it's vibes, and it's a family, and you can't shit on a player because they're part of the family. And I was showing you guys this backstage, and as much as I was giving United fans shit for being in 13th and then always throwing their history in our face, we're doing the exact same thing. So as you guys know, I'm a member of the Arsenal America group, and they send out this packets every year. Yeah, big up the Americans. And they send out these packets every year of for stuff for people that paid their dues or whatever. And I got these 2 fucking stickers. This and this.
Jesus.
This is what they've done to our football club, Al and TK. This is what they've done. Is they've made us into a bunch of singing, low standard accepting fucking morons. And I feel like it started with MIKEL ARTETA. And
TJ, I'm surprised they don't have the 89 points season sticker. You know what I'm saying? Or the
dude,
or we scored so many goals this season sticker. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, we've scored how many set piece goals this season? You know what? They should send me a Gabriel has as many goals as Kai Havertz sticker. Where's that sticker?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm just fucking fuming, man. Like, and that's why I want to have a serious conversation about Arteta, a serious conversation about how we're approaching these cups, how we're approaching games, how the gameplay, how our performances have been absolute dog shit, you know, and no better than to get my Arteta out partner here, TK, along with my other Arteta out partner, Dal. And talk about it. Before we get into that, real quick though, let's say hi to the chat. Big up Joanne Smith. I haven't seen Joanne Smith in a while. Big up Joanne Smith every single time. Big up Joanne. Big up DJ Crane. Obviously, we got Ravi in here. We got Don C, the absolute legend. He came on here and set the channel on fire. I got plenty of comments about Don C.
Nice. It says it like it is.
And then Staffy, you know what's embarrassing? Your team in 13th place. That's what's embarrassing. But yeah, and don't blame me for celebrating offside goals. Maybe blame the FA for not having VAR. We knew it was offside. We called it in the chat. As soon as it was in that second goal, I was like, that was offside, but it's going to count.
So you think Palace wouldn't take that at 2-1 if the penalty was the other way? I mean, any team would have taken that penalty. It comes and goes, man.
Okay, you want to show you wanted me to show the stickers? Okay, showing the stickers one more time.
You got to sing the song, TJ. Just sing North London.
No, I'm not singing that song. But the gall, the absolute gall, especially this one. This is the one that pisses me off the most. Yeah. Because when are we ever going to get back here?
There's nothing to celebrate, bro. So what else do you make? You just look at the past. You just get something from the past. I'm surprised they didn't send Thierry Henry stickers or Dennis Bergkamp stickers. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the only players that we actually can celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been less embarrassing because, Thierry Henry actually left and went and won something. So he had to leave to get a Champions League. So, it is what it is. It's just unfortunate that we have to now sit down and have these conversations about, and Dal even brought it up the other day. Dal's ready for another clean out.
Yep.
And I think before we actually get to seriously competing again, we're going to need to do that because we're not going to win anything this season. Saliba leaves, and now we're looking for another center back, and it's not going to be that Polish hole in the back.
Don't be so sure.
Isn't he going to leave in January anyway?
QER?
Yeah, because
am I seriously that lucky? Am I seriously that lucky? I hope so. We call him the Polish. He's the Polish Socrates, bro.
You know, TJ, my problem was never selling players because for me, get rid, I do not care. But my problem is we do not replace these players. For example, we sent away Fabio Vieira, we sent away Emil Smith-Rowe, but we didn't get a number 10 replacement. We got a 17-year-old from our academy. And, I'm saying, the whole PR thing about him being the next best thing and stuff. So, yeah, bro, it's I do not mind selling QVR, like I said, because I don't rate him. I don't think he's good at all. But my worry is that we wouldn't replace him. So that's my whole problem with this board overall. So yes, we can. I am here to cuss Arteta fully, wallahi, bro. But for me, the most important thing still are these owners, because I have not seen these owners have any ambition still whatsoever. They just sent Josh. He fixed up the whole thing because Arsene Wenger's team wasn't making top 4, and the Emery's team was falling apart. So they got Arteta. They invested the money. Now we get top 4, and when we're this close to getting first place and actually winning this league by buying a few more players, what do? We buy Calafiori. We buy Mikel Merino, who is Arteta's cousin. You know what I'm saying? And we and we get Raheem Sterling, who's doing nothing. So at the end of the day, this board showed me once again that they didn't learn from their past mistakes. Because one or two good transfer windows
I'll address
is
this one, by the way.
it,
Keep going. Sorry, no, keep going.
but for me, it's one or two good transfer windows doesn't change my whole point of view about the Cronkies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because I expected consistency, and at the end we didn't get it. Because you cannot tell me that this transfer window was better than a 3 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10 that we did in the summer before the beginning of this season. Because Gyökeres should have been here. Maybe someone like Nico Williams should have been here, or another player. Maybe Pedro Neto should have been here. Because I was an advocate for Pedro Neto. People said, "Oh, he was injury prone." I was like, "No, he's a good player. Just get him." Maybe we cannot put as much pressure as Wolves, so we can manage his injuries more. You know what I'm saying? I've said all these things, but at the end of the day, what did we do? We bought a defender, we bought a defensive midfielder, and what happened? Our front line just collapsed. Nothing is working. When Ødegaard is on the bench, nothing is gelling, nothing is working whatsoever, and especially if Saka is on the bench. And they brought Sterling as his backup. So that just tells me that these owners, and we can cuss Arteta what we want, and I will join you. But for me, the biggest problem is still these owners, because they just fell back to their old ways with this transfer window, in my opinion. So yeah, that's my whole feel.
Yeah, well, and big up DJ. He says EJCK Cronkies or TJ's boys. Not when it comes to Arsenal. It's completely different. Their management of Arsenal has been completely different than the way that they manage the Nuggets or the Avalanche. Like it's completely different markets, right? So I judge them separately because, and I've said this before, I don't think the Cronkies understand the nuances between managing a franchise in the United States versus England, and they've shown it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and it's one of those things where I think they trust Mikel Arteta too much. And he would really need to fall off for anything serious to happen in terms of any sort of major regime change. I've said this before. I mean, I think it would need to be a drop out of the top four and an absolute collapse in the Champions League for anything to happen this season. Period. End of story. And it's just because, Mikel Arteta, Dow's brought this up 1,000 times. You see him at Avalanche games. You see him at Nuggets games. You see him palling around all the time. Whenever Josh is at the training ground, whenever they're here in the United States on the preseason tour, they're always buddy, pally, and nothing serious gets done. While they were touring LA and they're inking Calafiori and getting nothing else done. That's been my biggest problem with it. I hear what you're saying, TK, 100%. Like, the one thing that I'm hoping, though, is that eventually the Cronkies are going to want to win something. They do like winning things. It just takes them a while sometimes, that if they believe in somebody, it takes them a while to let go. And that is, and that's what I'm afraid, and Dal, I want to hear your opinion on this. I'm afraid it's gonna take a long time, unfortunately, for anything to change. But what do you?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say, I've said it all along. I think Arteta has snaked his way into the job through Josh Kroenke, through building that friendship behind Unai Emery's back, right? I think during the whole time that Emery was Arsenal, Arteta was somehow connected. Arteta's people got connected with Josh Kroenke's people, and I think they completely sabotaged Unai Emery, to be honest, in the end. I think the Unai Emery thing was just kind of a smokescreen for them to get Arteta, and only because of his history at City. I don't think, and of course his history at Arsenal, which, we all know he was a sub-average player. But the thing is that with those two things together, he was able to put together his own sort of resume, right? And kind of, put himself out there and say, hey, I'm the guy to take this club forward because of, Arsenal, City, and X, Y, and Z, right? And I always said that he's a decent coach, right? But he's not a real manager. And we should have gone from professor to professor. And it just makes my stomach hurt even to this day, 5 years to the day, that someone like Carlo Ancelotti was able to slip through the fingers and go to the club that Arteta really should have started out with, because he wasn't a legend at Everton, but damn close. You know, and of course, I'm sure Daryl, or shout out Daryl Williams, would disagree with that as an Everton fan. I think anybody really rates Arteta overall, but you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, he had a long 8 years or so, or 7 years at Everton. So it would have been a good start for him, a good fit, I think, for the player and club connection. But no, of course, fate has to happen, and he snakes his way into the job. I truly believe that. I don't think that they were looking at Arteta and Emery. I think Emery was the guy, but Arteta, once he heard of that, he got the ball rolling to get the job and steal it literally from Emery. But getting 4-0 tonked in a final by Chelsea doesn't help either. So that's a bit overall, that's kind of my big picture of how he even got the job and was able to kind of get his greasy paws in there. And I have said on occasion that with the second place finishes, I can see why the fan base and even myself at times were pretty gassed. Like, okay, this is going to happen. But at the end of the day, I would admit that that's progress in the table, right? But it's not progress in how we're progressing stylistically playing football, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? We're digressing in the way we approach these games. But I do see the mentality progress of getting second 2 years in a row and how that can set up a mental state for the players to even perform even better, hopefully. But with those transfer windows where you're getting 3 keepers in 2 windows, that doesn't hold the fan base very, what can I say, very excited, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we get Calafiori. Come on. I've heard the excuse, because Juve were after him. Juve is after any good Italian player that can spell his name and tie his shoes and defend. So, I mean, that's not really like, we got to go do that. But I think that Arteta or Edu at the time hears these rumors. I think that's what perpetuates us into these bad sales, right? Into these players that we really kind of don't need. And that's where I get the real up, and that's why I'm really over the fence today of Arteta out, is because I feel again, after following this club for 25 years, that we are investing in players and not investing in developing players and not spending the money to get proven winners. Camavinga at 21, 22 years old at Real Madrid has 13 trophies. Put that into perspective, right? So if you think, and that's not a player I think we can just go get, because the player has to want to come to this team at first, right? The agents have to talk. The player has to come to the table, have that dinner, have that conversation. And a lot of the time it's like, well, what have you done, MIKEL, in 20 years? Oh, we've got an FA Cup. Well, we got like 3 in a row. But right, that had nothing to do with him. Yeah. So I'm just, the project is over. It's just done. Like, trust the process. We heard that the first phase. And then we heard trust the process 2 years in a row. And then after that is like, we're doing this in a phased way. And then it's like, the big league gunner. Well, what phase are we in now, right? Those big shows that he did 2 years ago and even to this day. So I just feel like we're at a precipice now where if he doesn't win anything, I think he goes. I know he has a contract, I think, till 2028. But I think at the end of this season, if we don't win anything, I think they do let him go, because I think the manager door will open. I do. I think, but if we win the Carabao Cup, I think he stays. And if he wins that only, I think he stays. If he wins anything, I think he stays. Big up Tony, Sam. That's right.
Big up you, Sam. Big up you, Sam, every single time. Yeah, no, big shows like this, absolutely, 100%. We gotta steal him from El Ahwa and A-listers and whatever leopard in a tree show you force him onto. Leopards got shot out of a tree this last weekend, bro. Oh, it was great to see. Anyway, big up you, Sam, every single time, my friend. Big up every time. Bro. Big up you, Sam. I'm not going to be aggressive towards you, Sam, right now, because I'm looking inwards. You know what I mean? I'm not looking at Liverpool. Liverpool are where I want to be right now. You know what I mean? We got to do some self-reflection. You know what I mean? So, getting back to Mikel Arteta, another thing that really frustrated me, and we didn't get it. And big up Macy, absolute legend, by the way. Big up Macy every single time. Macy came in here and absolutely tore it up last week. So big up Macy. Yeah, I know. I remember, Husam. Thank you very much. I had a lot of cold medicine this week, and unfortunately, it didn't make me completely forget.
Forrest beat you.
What? Yeah.
Forrest beat you.
Anyway, let's not talk about. I can't talk shit to Liverpool. That's my
Yeah,
problem.
they're
Right.
playing too
It's
good.
really,
They're playing too
yeah.
good.
It's annoying. It's really annoying. Like I want Liverpool of 2 years ago. That's what I want. But anyway, no. Getting back to the point, we talked about this a little bit after the Crystal Palace game, and look, the performance was bad. Okay, I want to say this right now. The overall performance, especially in that first half, which I thought was anti-football against Crystal Palace, I thought we were going to lose because the midfield was absolutely embarrassing. The front three wasn't good either. The only one that didn't look absolutely embarrassing in that first half was Trossard. Jesus, if you remember, awareness on absolute zero. And then you put Odegaard in, you put Saka in. Oh, amazing what happens. Amazing what happens when that happens. I thought we fixed the bench. I know we say this a lot. I thought we fixed the bench. I thought our depth was finished. I thought our depth was great. But now I'm getting gaslit, and people are saying, "Oh no, we dominated them." What game did you watch? Because I saw something completely different. That first half was embarrassing. The performance was awful. The performance was ridiculous. And not to go on too much of a tangent here, but I want to talk about that, and I want to get your opinion on it, TK. I also want to get your opinion on the treatment of young players by this manager too, because I don't feel like he's putting them in positions to succeed. Ethan Nwaneri and MLS being the prime examples. So what was your take on the Crystal Palace game, namely in the first half? And then, we can kind of go from there, like swerve from there, I guess.
Yeah. Now, for me, the first half was shocking. It was just, if I watched paint dry, I think that would be more entertaining than the first half of Crystal Palace. We fluffed a lot of chances, and he needed Saliba, Ødegaard, and big up Hooks, big up my
Big up
brother.
Hooks.
He needed Saliba, Ødegaard, and Saka to bail him out. That's what happened. He underestimated the main team of Crystal Palace damn near, because they only had like one or maybe two bench players in the 11. But apart from that, it was just their main team. But what did he do? He went with a whole makeshift team, a whole new team. You know what I'm saying? And he put Timber at center back, which is interesting against a tall guy like Mateta in the first place. So that was weird for me. Why don't you just play Gabriel? Why don't you just play Gabriel? Is my question. Because this guy was injured. He just returned. Give him game time. Let him warm up. Let him be ready for the future games. You know what I'm saying? But what did he do? He just made a whole new team, and we effed up the first half royally. And then what happened? He brought on the main guys, and Ødegaard shined. I thought Ødegaard was brilliant when he came.
He was he was the best player on the pitch. The only reason he didn't get a 10 out of 10 is because that was for Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. And Jesus needs to go to his house and buy him some dinner, because he will never get an easy hat trick like that in his life, I think. You know what I'm saying? Because those passes were crisp. You know what I'm saying?
Incredible.
Yeah. And Saka just does what he does, and cheeky little assist. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like I said, it was a game of two halves. The first half was an utter disgrace, and the second half, after the 60th minute, I think they picked up the pace, and then we played some football. And yeah, it that's my whole that's basically my thoughts about the game. And what was your second question about the young players and his treatment about the young players?
Yeah, no, I think Ethan Nwaneri has been getting a lot of unfair criticism.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that he's not ready, that he's not good enough to be in the first team. I've heard all sorts of things from Arsenal fans that I thought are big, like pro MIKEL guys, just being like, oh well, he's just not ready. I think he's ready. I think he's shown that he's ready. I think he's shown that he can come in there and be a dynamic force in the midfield. Especially, I think we would have won a couple more games if he would have been in there in the 10 instead of Trossard. I'm dead serious about that. And I get all of these idiot Arsenal fans. Big up, Will. Will, send me the link to your show that you're doing at 4:30. I'll redirect you. He fucking. Sorry, I just totally lost my train of thought. So, and at the same time, these people are talking out of both sides of their mouth, in my opinion. On one end, they're saying, okay, he's our phenom. He's one of our own. Ethan Nwaneri, he's one of our own. They're singing it in the West End and the clock and all the shit. And then on the other end, they're saying he's not ready when he has a bad first half in a Crystal Palace game where he gets played with Raheem Sterling and he shares a midfield with Jorginho, who doesn't have any legs, Marino, who's absolutely awful. He has QER behind him, and he has Saliba playing, or not Saliba, Partey playing at right back, out of position. No. What do you expect him to do? Like, that's why I'm getting extremely impatient with some of the decisions making that Arteta is making, and the way that these drones just back him. Like, am I out of my mind here?
No, I think you're 100% valid in what you're saying, because we can clearly see that Ethan Nwaneri is ready, because we've seen it against some proper teams, in my opinion. So yeah, in my opinion, he is ready and he needs some more game time. But let's not forget he's also 17-year-old as well. And the reason why I'm mentioning his age, Lamine Yamal gets all the freedom in the world when it comes to Spain, when it comes to Barcelona.
True.
He is a confident young man. When you see him, he oozes confidence. And when you hook this guy straight up in the second half at the 45th of, at the beginning of at the second half, you hook Nwaneri, that could do a lot of things with the 17-year-old's confidence. And in my opinion, that was a wrong move to do. When he did that, when he subbed him off the last game for Odegaard, I was like, bro, why do you sub him off? Just sub off Jorginho, put Merino in the 6 where Jorginho was, and play Nwaneri and Odegaard next to each other. You know what I'm saying? Just do it
that
like
would
that.
Cook.
Yeah, and because we needed attack, we didn't need defense per se, because they brought on Eddie Nketiah, and apart from that wonder header, we were not scared, or he didn't do anything whatsoever after Mateta. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for me, the youngsters, I feel like Miles Lewis-Skelly also showed that when Calafiori is injured, he could be possibly our best left back, because he looked amazing. He looks mature in what he does. His technique, his strength for his age. You know what I'm saying? His threading passes as well. The way he dribbles past players like Timber as well. You know what I'm saying? So I really like Miles Lewis-Skelly, and the same goes for Ethan Nwaneri. But for me, Arteta is just that guy that his plan before anything, even if it's a development, even if it's a player who is in his last year. You know what I'm saying? So you expect him to give more minutes, but no, my system is more important than any of whatever you bring me. You know what I'm saying? And that's my issue with Arteta. And if you are gonna treat the youngsters like this, why do you not buy the backups? Why do we have an Odegaard backup who is 17-year-old, but you treat him like this? You know what I'm saying? You don't give him the trust. You bring in Jorginho when we need a goal. You know what I'm saying? You sub off a midfielder and you bring in Jorginho when we need a goal. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Ethan Nwaneri is there, and he's like, no, I don't need Nwaneri. Let's put in Jorginho for more control. And I'm talking about the Everton game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What did he do? He brings in Partey, puts him right back. Like, we need fullbacks against Everton. You know what I'm saying?
Just invert him.
I mean, exactly.
It's crazy. And, I think that's part of what's added on to my frustration since the Bournemouth game is that he's willing to rip apart the spine of the squad. He's willing to rip apart what actually works, which is Partey and Odegaard together in the middle of the park. The data's there. Like the season before last, it was clicking. Last season, it took a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, it started clicking, right? I mean, we still didn't win shit, but still, the Partey and Odegaard combination is fantastic. And we knew it started slow this season, right, with the Odegaard injury, and Thomas Partey was coming back into fitness, being 30, 31 years old. But the last 6 weeks, it's been 4 weeks, it's been clicking.
Yeah.
Right? And once it starts clicking, what does this donkey do? He even comes out and says Thomas Partey's in the best physical shape of his career. and that very next game he puts them at right back. Like, and that's what I was kind of like, okay, this guy has no fucking clue. None. He's going to lose the dressing room over this shit. These players, I mean, and now, of course, all the mutants come out. Oh, but he played there at Atletico Madrid. What are you talking about? Coach, one guy had the audacity to call me coach. Well, what would you do, coach? I just went off like, well, I wouldn't rip apart the spine of my squad that's got close to some success over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, and that guy's like, oh, well, I guess that's true. Duh. I mean, how injured is Tomiyasu? How injured is Ben White? And this is the other question, guys. Is he isolating these players out now? Are these players done this summer? And I've already got my wheels turning. My wheels are turning.
I can see the wheels turning underneath that hat. I can see it.
There's a lot of wheels turning, not a lot of hair growth. The wheels are turning. I digress. So anyway, my point being is that if this manager is to not look at what works and is willing to break things that aren't broken, meaning putting Thomas Partey right back, ripping out the spine. And again, I was going to say what you said earlier, TK. If you don't play Gabriel, you have to play Saliba. If you don't play Saliba, you have to play Gabriel. Yeah. One of those players have to be on the pitch for every single match. They don't have to be paired up. I get that, right? But one of those players has to do that because each one of them is a rock of confidence in the back. David Raya has done what with Kiwior? Trained with him for 12 hours before the match? I mean, those decisions are what is going to get him fired because the fans are going to put up with it. Do you think if we play at home, let's say the Crystal Palace fixture coming up was at the Emirates, and we got out there 0-0 again, you think the fan base would lose? Bro, the fan base would lose their fucking minds with 2 draws. The 2 shit squads, no, all due respect, 0-0s. Could you imagine that? We're almost lucky that this is an away game, to be honest. If he wins this game, he may be saving his job. But again, I say it. If he wins the Carabao Cup and that's it, out. If he wins the league and that's it, 1 more season. If he wins the Champions League, 1 more season. FA Cup wins it, out. We need a Prem trophy or a Champions League trophy. And I don't think we're going to win Champions League, but with the roll of the dice, guys, if we get the right draws and play to the football gods, we may find ourselves in a quarterfinal. And I know that sounds crazy, but it just takes the right draws, and we'll see what we can do. To be honest, I mean, obviously it counts on draws, but if we get the right team, I think we have a chance for progression.
We just got to get past Man United. We just got to get past Man United, like
and Crystal Palace,
and well, no, I mean,
and Newcastle.
Well, and Newcastle, and look, Newcastle especially. Newcastle is going to be very tough. Like I was talking shit.
That trophy.
I was talking shit to Steve this morning, but they are a serious side. We're going to need to go into St. James Park with a 2-goal lead. Otherwise, it's going to be long for us. To be honest, let me call out the super chat real quick, and we'll keep talking about that. Mr. Link, who is recently off of his ban from the channel, has given a $2 super chat. Big up Mr. Link every single time. He says best midfield is Marino, Partey, Odegaard. Drugs must come cheap where you come from, Mr. Link.
No Rice.
Declan Rice. The Declan Rice disrespect is absolutely insane to me. Like, yeah, he hasn't had a great season. He's been injured for a lot of the season. That's not an excuse. He is still a professional footballer. He still needs to put in performances, but he has by far not been our worst midfielder. Like, let's relax. Let's relax on this. Big up for the super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel, but no.
Rice's form is on Arteta because last season he was almost player of the season. Why? Because he played 6, and now he plays 8, and now look what happens. That's all I have to say about that whole Rice conversation. I don't think the Rice fall off is literally because he plays like I don't even know who I can compare him with. Just a Conor Gallagher, just runs and.
Right.
Is there at the right place at the right time to tackle someone or to help someone get the ball off them, for example. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that personally for Declan Rice. And yeah, I think that's also on Arteta. And yes, I'm throwing a lot of darts on Arteta, but bro, this is exactly what I feel about this whole team, because I think this team could go all the way with the league and the Champions League. But I feel like we need that one up, like Liverpool did with Brendan Rodgers and Jurgen Klopp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because what Jurgen Klopp did at Dortmund was amazing. You bring in someone like that, like Inzaghi, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the Inzaghi guy. I am his biggest, advocate. If Inzaghi comes to Arsenal, I think it's done. I think we win the league and could possibly even win the Champions League. Because look at what he did with that Inter team
I
while
know,
spending
Bill.
zilch.
but I want to ask you this, and I don't want to down your hopes, TK. Right?
Yeah.
Give me 3 really good reasons why Inzaghi would even consider coming to Arsenal with the run that he's on with Inter and the control he has at Inter. I just don't see these names coming, guys. No, Diddy, I don't see him coming in and join Arsenal. Right? Pause. I know we can daydream, and I know money talks, but just give me 3 good reasons why TK that Inzaghi will come to Arsenal. It doesn't have to be super long and brief, but just whatever you think.
I could give you a few simple reasons. First of all, he earns for like 4.5 million a season, and Arteta earns 15. So so we can massively up his salary. First of
Right.
all,
Okay.
and second of all, the Cronkies, they like to do it with the Nuggets. They like to do it with the other clubs as well. Their manager has full control, whichever club it is.
Right.
So if Inzaghi comes to Arsenal, he will have that kind of role as well, like a huge role in the say in a lot of things. So I feel like Inzaghi could influence the club in a very, very positive way when it
Right.
comes to not only the football, but also other aspects, like being a proper winning club and having like the mentality as well. And the third reason is I like his football. I just like
Yeah.
his football, bro. I
You like
think
the
his football is amazing.
3-5-2-1, huh?
So yeah, that's it.
Or the
Those
Hey.
are my reasons.
You like the 3-5-2 and wing backs
Yeah.
with DeMarco. I think it's great too. Don't get me wrong.
It would
I don't
take him a
know.
while to. It would
Is it
have.
a risk? Is Inzaghi a risk though? That's the thing, guys. Is he more of a risk than Arteta at
No.
this point? No,
No,
he
I don't think so.
no. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
Because let's be real, guys. There is
I
a
guess
certain someone who was once upon a time a left winger for us, and we shift him into the striker, and we all know what happened. The rest was history.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And we could do the same with Saka. We could do the same with enough players. We can take these risks. All I'm saying is a non-winning of a novice is a
Right.
bigger risk than someone who has won the Serie A with a team that spends
Right.
this much, has Mkhitaryan Dumfries in his team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like he did a lot with not much. So I feel like he could be an amazing manager for a club that actually can
Yeah.
spend money.
Yeah, I think he's on my list too. He's on my list too. I just think like once Jurgen Klopp becomes available, like you pull out all the stops. And I really doubt he would go to Arsenal. I mean, I think he's going to take the Madrid job, to be honest.
I think he's gonna take over Germany when he finally wants to do it.
He finally wants, right?
And
SG says Enrique, and I think, Lewis Enrique's like a little bit further down my list than Inzaghi, to be honest.
No, I don't like him. I don't like him whatsoever. That's the PSG guy, right? That coach.
Yeah,
Barcelona.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
I don't like him whatsoever. No.
I saw Enrique. I saw Enrique against an Arsenal club that's been in bad form for most of the season lose 2-0 away. I was not impressed by PSG ball at all. I really wasn't.
Oh, they're really a complete rebuild. But yeah.
No, exactly. Well, exactly. And I was told that Enrique, they're going to come in here and give us a game, and they didn't.
Right.
So
yeah, that was one of our best performances of the season. So
yeah.
I mean, no, it was one of our best performances of the season, but those have been few and far between, which really doesn't inspire me a ton. But that's a whole nother conversation entirely. It really is just like, it comes back to that same old conversation that we've been having around like who would want to come here. What about Arsenal would be appealing to a top manager who's won silverware before?
And a
player. Well, we have the same problem with players. You can talk all day about how the UCL brings in all these world-class players, but we haven't brought in any world-class players We brought in a lot of world-class potential.
Right.
Marino is not world-class potential. This last window is not a good example of that. But bringing in Declan Rice, I thought showed intent. Bringing in David Rea, I thought showed intent. But the rest of it, I mean, the fact that we still don't have a striker is criminal to me. And under this manager, we have had the same shopping list for the last 3 summer transfer windows, and we're about to head into a fourth. Like, and I talked about this with Flawless the other day. The laundry list is the exact same. We need a striker. We need a backup right winger. We need a left winger. We need a box-to-box midfielder. We need another left back. We need a backup center back. We need we need a backup goal. We need a backup keeper that's worth a shit.
Yeah, who's not cup tight.
It's crazy.
Yeah, who's not cup tight. I mean, we're playing our youth. Like, God forbid David Rea goes down in the Carabao Cup.
Oh,
like,
geez.
God forbid. We're done. We're done. And this is and at the same time, fuck you, Stel. But big up, thanks for being here. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's completely mind-boggling to me that, like, fans accept this, and you and us three can come on here and talk about it until we're blue in the face. But as long as the cult of personality behind this manager continues, I don't think anything meaningful is going to change. Like,
yeah,
do you guys think we're going to bring in a meaningful signing? Not just for in winter, but in summer.
Well, the meaningful signing can be different things to different people. I think the only real signing I want to really make a statement that I think would be slightly available from a big club would be Rodrigo from Madrid. I can't think of another player right now at that level that's actually could go, right? They could part ways with him and be like, right? And he's a phenomenal player. And we know Martinelli, my left winger, stinking out the place. I get it. I would rather sell Trossard, keep Martinelli, and make a big splash signing like Rodrigo. Spend 180 mil. Spend the fucking money. But the problem is, I don't know if I trust Arteta to make those kind of decisions. 180 mil, he's going to find, 3 left backs, goalkeepers, right? It's not going to happen, right? It's just not going to happen. And I think we need, as fans, at some time, I say this to you, top gooners, we need to look in the mirror. There's a 20-team chart out from the UEFA Champions League of the most valuable clubs and sought-after clubs in Europe, and Arsenal is 19th on the list. 19th. That's under Benfica. That's under Porto. That's under PSG. I mean, it's just, Chelsea has a stranglehold right now on, I believe, pretty much London. Maybe not the EPL, because they've bought all the young talent. They bought all the I know a lot of us play FIFA and you can find players, but in reality, you just can't, right?
Yeah.
You just can't. And that's the thing that's so frustrating to see teams like City and even PSG, in some cases United, pretty much buy anyone they want. And again, Arteta is not a pull for players to come here.
Yeah.
It's just like Wenger. Right? I mean, he was still revered as one of the best ever in world football. And we've gone from him to Arteta, who can't even get his first 11 right against fucking Palace. And that's where I get so angry, because the drop is so visible.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking visible. And these fans continue on with this shit. You're right, BBK. Could you imagine Rodrigo? I mean, and I could see Rodrigo be like, okay, I'm not getting the minutes. I can go to London under Wenger, let's say, and fucking win under somebody who I respect, right? Mm-hmm. I have the chance to play under someone I at least respect, that's not going to play me at left wing back like he did Aubameyang, that's going to actually play me the way as a player, I've developed and learned to play. Arteta has none of that. Zero, zilch, nada that Wenger has, that clout, that aura. That's a huge, huge problem, you guys. And I know you guys in the chat know this. I know you know this, TJ and TK. It's a massive problem if we don't get rid of this manager. We need a big name in there. And I'm sorry, but Luis Enrique ain't it. Mancini, possibly. And Inzaghi, possibly. But I'm talking Klopp, Allegri, Ancelotti.
What about Nagelsmann? You like Nagelsmann?
but he complicates play. He sometimes changes formations up for no reason.
That is true.
But he's a winner too. Hansi Flick was on my list, but we know he's
Hansi Flick was top of my list.
Yeah, he's like second. I think second to me, but I don't know, maybe top at one time in the summer. Zinedine Zidane, bro, I would take him in a heartbeat because it's a name, right? It's the name. Like, oh my God!
Imagine
fuck him off to North London.
Bro, imagine getting a phone call. Just imagine getting a phone call from Zinedine Zidane and saying, "Hey, I want you to play at Arsenal."
And he could get us.
Hey, let me call my French translator,
and then we can talk. Without a Zidane, right? He ain't going nowhere without Ancelotti or Allegri or big name. Yeah. And so it's just these fans get these, get their emotions in this knot and this tanglement of thinking that this is the summer it's going to happen. It fucking ain't, bro. It just ain't.
Yeah, it all depends. It all depends on who's. It all depends on also who is going to be the sporting director as well. Because for me, the sporting director is going to be huge.
Oh, I know, because that would be the smart thing to do. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna fucking bring in what's his face from fucking
United.
Mertesacker.
Yeah, Mertesacker. Yeah, they're gonna bring in Mertesacker. You know what? The fact that I didn't even remember his name and he captained our club for 2 years, that should say enough. Like, I'm so fucking done with this job for the boys bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Rosicky is on the fucking list. Like, give me a break, bro. Like, give me a break.
But
like, we're not, it just shows we're not serious. Big up John Casey. Smash the likes, by the way, guys. Sorry, go ahead.
No problem.
Always football's a lot better.
We also had the links with the Sociedad guy and also with the Dortmund guy that brought in like Piszczek, Błaszczykowski, Götze, and Lewandowski and them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we were linked with those guys as well. But if we bring in those kinds of guys, that could be, because let's be real, guys. It's not like we don't spend any money. We actually spend money. We just don't spend it smart.
We don't spend it well at all.
Problem. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
We have Arteta, who is a rookie in anything that he does when it comes to managerial stuff and when it comes to playing the quote-unquote sporting director together with Edu. You know what I'm saying? He's a rookie in all of that. When you bring in those kinds of people who did big things at smaller clubs like Sociedad, like a Dortmund, who was getting dominated by Ribéry and Robben and that team back then.
Right.
And they managed to win a league by bringing in proper players with proper people at the structure who actually have talent, ID, and scouting knowledge. So for me, that's very, very important. And I'll give you a nice example because I'm Turkish. I watch the Turkish league as well.
Fantastic.
There you go.
I watch Galatasaray as well. I love me some Galatasaray. So the biggest problem with that club was the ownership were poor. They didn't have any money. They had a lot of debt. It's like basically the Barcelona issue. You cannot spend any money. You cannot even register your players. It was that bad. But what did we do back then? We bought in a sporting director who actually brought in the likes of Osimhen, the likes of DJ Drogba back in the day, the likes of Wesley Sneijder back in the day. And I'm talking about a club who is in very big debt. If you make a 10 million transfer, you're fucked. It's basically that bad. You know what I'm saying? So, but they hired proper people to the point that they brought in big, huge names. Yes, some of them could be past their prime, but they gave them a Champions League semifinal. It gave them a Europa League final. It gave them a 3 leagues back-to-back, which is happening right now. And Galatasaray is also one of the top 3 teams who's being mentioned to winning the Europa League as well because they have Osimhen, Mertens, and Gabriel Sara in them, man. And this is a club who doesn't spend zilch. Bro, I'm talking about 10 million, who can literally bankrupt you. You know what I'm saying? It's literally that crazy. And our club brings in, like you said, jobs for the boys. We bring in people who don't know what to do. So we spend money on anyone, you know what I'm saying? To the point that we actually waste money instead of spending it smart. And that's why I want people like the Sociedad people or the Dortmund people, because those are some proper footballing people who can actually complement Arteta if he's going to stay here for the next 3 years. So, yeah, that's my whole spiel. My bad.
Well, no, it's not even. It's no bad at all. I mean, well said. My whole thing is the lack of challenge. There's nobody to challenge his ideas in the current structure. It's a dictatorship. As soon as Edu left, a lot of people celebrated, but I wasn't celebrating. Like, yeah, of course, I'm glad that he's gone, but I wasn't out here popping champagne because the problem still exists. The root of the problem still exists. These still are Arteta's players. These are not club signings that we've brought in. These are players like nobody went into the transfer window this summer and was like, you know what? You know who would really bolster the midfield? MIKEL Moreno, Real Sociedad's third best left winger or third best midfielder. Like that's who is really going to put us over the edge. That's who's really going to fill that Granit Xhaka type role. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Fill the striker role.
Yeah, and you bring in Kai Havertz to replace. Well, you bring in Gabriel Jesus to try to replace Aubameyang. That was never going to happen. And then you bring in Kai Havertz to play some hybrid 9-10 type of role, and he looks lost out there. I mean, the recruitment has just been absolutely awful. I want to know what hallucinogens these guys are doing when they go out and scout Chelsea. Like, are these guys being taken for granted? Like, it's absolutely insane to me. Like, we know it's clear as day to me what needs to be done, but taking a flyer on players that didn't work out in the Premier League and they're at their former teams and hoping that they're going to Raheem Sterling, Willian, freaking
David Luiz.
David Luiz. Jorginho. Well, you know, and look, it's and Jorginho, I'm not going to completely shit on because I think we knew what Jorginho was when we brought him in here. But, you know, Kai Havertz, and you bring them in here and you expect them to tear up trees when they couldn't do it at a lesser club or a rival club.
Even Gallas back in the day.
Gallas, yep. No, and here's the last thing that I'm gonna say about it. If we do this again with Marcus Rashford, my channel will be taken down. It's over.
Cut the stream.
Dal, you're gonna be like, TJ, where's the link? I'm gonna be like, the link no longer exists.
Because Rashford
is playing left wing for Arsenal Football Club.
Big up Hendo.
Big up Hendo. Appreciate the well wishes, by the way, the other day, my guy Hendo. Big up. No, this is it. And I want to get your guys' opinion on this, and then let's get into predictions for the weekend. We're linked to Marcus Rashford, obviously, because because we're Captain Save-A-Ho. We have to go out there and make people's trash and other people's trash. And big up Tony Claude, because you know what? He has a lot of bravery for coming out here and saying that he wants Marcus Rashford in the squad. I am so over this whole Captain Save-A-Ho. MIKEL will fix him kind of thing. Who has MIKEL Arteta fixed? Honestly, who with a straight face can tell me he has fixed anybody?
I was partying it right back. not even playing, like I said earlier. I don't want to, go over, hot warm coals now, but it's like if you don't play Gabriel, you play Saliba. If you don't play Saliba, you play Gabriel. It's really that simple, right? You've got to have some solidity in the back line. You've got to have someone who's comfortable, the keeper's comfortable with. I mean, I bet David Raya was shitting himself when he saw that lineup. Like, I got this the Polish Mustafi in front of me. I mean, it's just so it's Arteta just trying to be clever. But I do want to get one quick question in for you guys, I guess, before we jump into the excellent weekend ratings. I don't know, guys. I'm playing Jesus from here on out. This is an interesting conversation. But look, I mean, I know there wasn't a great first half, but just look at the energy we had in that second half with him out there. The energy, the passing. He knew where to be. And granted, that goal way out, slightly offsides, but I don't care. I said it before.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, Crystal Palace would have taken the same fucking goal, and what would it be 2-2?
Anyone would have taken that.
Anybody would have taken that goal.
About here, right? So, but it's probably his shoulder off play, which you can't score with anyway. So, the fact of the matter is that and it wasn't the best, but Jesus at least can turn. He can turn and do a snapshot. He can look up and flick a ball to the right, the left. Kai Havertz does not offer anything that Jesus gave us yesterday. Kai Havertz can get great headers. He's great in the air. He's physical. I get it. But Jesus was on another level in that second half yesterday. And I got some shit from my man DJ Crane on Insta. I said, hey, Jesus, nice. And DJ Crane said, 1-34. Cut the stream, Dave, But the thing is that he's right too, right? This is his best performance in 34 fucking opportunities.
It is.
Right? And absolutely, there's my man right there popping up. Because he knows that this is, again, we may be in a small purple patch with Jesus, which is fine. But my point is, we know he's not good enough. And all I want to know is, what do you guys think? I mean, I think he starts every game. I think Kai Havertz has a lot to learn as a striker.
I'm letting TK take this one first.
Well, for me, it's my short answer is I would play him for Crystal Palace in the weekend. I genuinely would. I would just see how it goes in this game, and if he F's up again, put in Havertz. Because for me, and for all of us, I think, the biggest issue with Jesus is not his talent, because this is a very talented footballer. Okay, he has not the best goal-scoring record. Yes, we agree, but apart from that, it's a great footballer. He needs consistency, and that's his biggest thing for me. So if he can be consistent for more games, then yes, I 100% agree with you. And for me, it's now see it to believe it. So yes, I would start him against Palace in the weekend, but if he F's up after that, I would just play Havertz after that again. So that's my opinion.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say I've never said one bad word about Gabriel Jesus.
Right.
I knew he was always going to come good. My stocks are coming in. You're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. The fact that we're even having this conversation in 2024 is embarrassing. It just shows how far we've fallen as a football club. In the 9 position, we went from Thierry Henry to arguing between Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus, who in both my opinion aren't good enough. But in terms of what can be offered in a striker position, it's Gabriel Jesus. The one thing that Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus both struggle with is general awareness of what's going on around them on the pitch. Yeah. I was yelling, screaming at my television screen at Gabriel Jesus in that first half for just completely missing balls, missing overlaps, missing players around him. He was literally waiting for the ball to come down and boxing out nobody, and it just got the ball got taken off of him 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Like this is not anything new for anybody. Nope. But in terms of what is being offered, in terms of quality and being able to finish, there is no way on God's green earth that Kai Havertz does what Gabriel Jesus did against Crystal Palace. There's no way that happens. No. You have seen Kai Havertz fuck up so many one-on-ones in this season alone. Forget last season. The goalkeeper will come out, make himself big before Kai Havertz even realizes he's on the ball, and he can't finish it. Gabriel Jesus, that confident finish, man, I'm like, this is the Gabriel Jesus that we thought we were getting.
Right.
Yep.
If we can get this consistency out of Gabriel Jesus, start him every game. He deserves to start this weekend at Selhurst Park. Let's see what he can do. Yeah. Let's see what he can do. But in terms of, and if he starts the rest of the season, it's all dependent on how the rest of this month goes, I think. But at the end of the day, neither of them are good enough. Like it's, and we need to up the standards. And that's really the big, my big lesson for today is we need to up the standards.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into predictions, people. Let's get into predictions for this weekend. Let's go. Big up Ryan. I don't know why, dude. This guy is dropping into my DMs like he's trying to steal me from my wife. This guy's absolutely insane. He keeps coming in. TJ, is Chelsea good enough to win the league? What do you think of this?
Well, can I just say, the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Brother, What's that? What's that, brother?
It's never not going to be funny to me. I don't care. I'll
True.
play it as long as possible. I don't care.
16 out of 10 clip.
Bro, as long as you keep hitting me up on X, asking me if Arsenal are going to win the league, I'm going to play that on my show. I don't care. I don't care if people don't like it. I like it. But anyway, let's get into the.
This is my show, damn it.
This is my show.
My show.
All right, let's get into the EPL schedule, guys. Sorry, I'm on one today, guys. I'm on one. Mr. Robo, I read it. I'll get back to you. I read it. I'll get back to you, Mr. Robo. I just got off work. I'm worried for tomorrow, TJ. We'll get into that.
It's Arteta day, so go off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's Mikel Arteta.
This is our day today.
It's our day. It's Mikel Arteta day.
Let's not take the piss here.
I certainly wasn't.
Well, I think you are.
Mikel Arteta. First game, early game tomorrow. Am I gonna wake up for this thing?
Early.
Am I gonna wake
9:30 my time.
No, I'm talking Aston Villa, Man City. Am I gonna watch Man City? Am I gonna watch Man City get mudded again?
Let's find out in the predictions.
Let's find out in the predictions, guys. Mr. Robo, don't take it personally, all right? I'm a busy guy. I'll get back to you. Aston Villa at home to Man City. Man City in the absolute mud right now. Not looking any good. 1 win in 11. What are you thinking, TK, for this one? Aston Villa, Man City.
I don't know, but something is telling me 2-1 City. Still, I don't know why, but it just. I want to give it to Aston Villa, but they did bottle a lot of things this season, and Ollie Watkins is finally showing his true colors, which is a very, very overrated player. So yeah, I feel like City are gonna win this 2-1. Yeah,
2-1. All right. What do you got, Dal?
Is it at Villa Park or where's that?
Yeah, Villa Park.
Villa Park. Yeah.
I gotta go 3-2 Villa. 3-2 Villa. Jean Duran, whatever the hell.
Jean Duran, baby. Jean Duran. Bring him to the carpet now.
2-yard screamer, top bins, takes off Ederson's fingers and leaves him on fire. 3-2 Villa, man. 3-2 Villa at the death.
I'm going 2-1 Villa. 2-1 Villa. Let's go. Come on. Man City more in the mud. Let's do it. And I would take this. Hendon Gunnar, I would take this too, baby. Yes. I would take it.
I would take that all day.
Let's go. If we're not going to win the league, as long as Man City isn't doing it, I'm going to be all right with it. All right. West Ham at home to Brighton.
That's a good one. West Ham is at home, yeah?
Yep.
Maybe 2-1 Brighton, I think.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say.
Yeah, I think 2-1 Brighton still.
Yeah, I just think West Ham are just so bad. The fact that Lopetegui won El Sacco, that's the only reason that guy's still in the job.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah, Gary O'Neill, see you later. We'll get into that in a minute.
Especially Paqueta scored his penalty and then hugged him like, hey, I want you to stay. Don't leave me. I want you to stay.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go, Gary.
Don't go. Don't hold me accountable, Lopetegui.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, true. You're gonna do it for Michael Antonio.
Yeah.
Bro, he won't be like that.
What do you got, TK? What, 2-1 Brighton, you said?
Yeah, I went 2-1
Brighton.
Oh, okay. I think this has 2-2 written all over it. It's going to go 2-1 Brighton and then some stinky goal in the end.
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 Brighton. Yeah, Welbeck. Oh, Welbeck's injured? No, 1-1. I'm going 1-1 with Hendon. If Welbeck's injured, I'm going 1-1. Big up Welbs. Big up Welbs every single time.
That guy Welbs.
That guy Welbs, man. At home, Ipswich Town at home to Newcastle.
Oof.
3-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, me and TK are on the same page.
I think Ipswich will score 1, but I think Newcastle will dominate them apart from that 1 goal. So yeah,
big up Andrew.
Newcastle 3-1.
All
I
right.
was going to do that too, so just change it up. I'm going to go 4-0 Newcastle.
Ooh.
I just
I
think, I think that they're kind of got the engine running. I think now, especially after their win in the Carabao Cup yesterday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or day
Yep.
before.
No, you're good. No, that's a good point. I'm with TK. I'm going 3-1 Newcastle. I think Ipswich will score, but yeah, man. I hate seeing Ed Sheeran FC, aka I'm in love with the Shape of You FC.
Bro, he's got a
Perfect
picture of you
FC.
in his pocket. He's got a picture
Yeah.
of you in his pocket.
I unfortunately they're probably going down, but
TJ, you got to hear the trance banger remix though of Castle on the Hill. It's a banger, I'm telling you.
yeah, send that to me because I'm going to completely forgot you told me that.
Okay, let's forget I even mentioned anything.
Jesus Christ! All right, Brentford at home to Nottingham Forest.
Ooh, that's a massive game.
It's a good game.
I think this will be.
That's a good game.
Oh, this is a good one. I think Brentford is out for vengeance because they got screwed against Chelsea, and they are a really decent side this season. So I think they will go all out, especially at home. So for me, I can see. You know what? I'll go 3-1 for this as well for Brentford. So 3-1 Brentford.
Oh man,
3-1 Brentford.
Yeah.
dang.
What do you got?
And is it at Forest?
No, it's at Brentford.
Ooh, see, they're really good at home this season, aren't they?
Yeah, they haven't lost. They have not lost.
Well, get in, Yeti. 2-1 to the bushes.
2-1 to the bushes. Wow. Okay.
2-1 to the
2-1
bushes,
to Robin
man.
Hood.
Yeah.
I'm going 2-2. 2-2 draw on this one. Brentford are so good at home, and Buemo's going to bag 2 tomorrow. That guy is incredible. Yep. What a goal he had! And I know they lost to Spurs, but what a goal he had against them! What a fucking goal!
Should have got him instead of Sterling.
What a player, dude! Why can't we get players like that? What a player! God.
I don't know.
Oh, it's so frustrating. These
but here's my opinion about Emblemo. He will not get you to a Champions League final. He will not. He will not.
I'm gonna get into this conversation.
We can have the Emblemo show if you want. I'm more than willing to bring TK back, and we can talk about Emblemo. I'm sorry, I digress.
I mean, our club and our players could do a lot for Emblemo because not only can we give him a career at a big club, we can also give him his hairline back. You know what I'm saying? Just bring Gabriel, and so he can fix his hairline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabriel, Rob Holding, they know the best hair specialists in Turkey. Yeah, they know the best. They're gonna send him out to TK land, and they're gonna get their hair transplanted.
The proctologist agrees with me.
Yeah, Arsenal, the proctologist.
Decent, yeah.
I don't think he can do so. I don't. So much better. I think is strong. But anyway, let's keep going.
2 seasons.
God.
I mean, for 50, why not?
I'll skip Crystal Palace. I'll skip Crystal Palace Arsenal till the end. Everton at home to Chelsea.
Oh snap!
You know, DJ. I need Chelsea to fumble somewhere. Okay.
You think this is it?
You know. I need prime Dyche ball for this game. Okay, Sean Dyche, do them like you did us. Okay, just that simple. You're at home. I expect a 2-1 Everton. Come on. This is not me thinking. This is not me thinking logically. This is me thinking hopefully. So
with hope, you're praying to the football gods.
Okay. 1-0 Everton. 1-0.
Ooh, a stinky 1-0. I'm all for that.
Stinky 1-0. Yeah.
Okay. What do you got, Dow?
4-0 Chelsea. 3-0. I'm gonna go 3-0.
You went for the logical
bro. Yeah, I don't see. The low block is going to be tough, but Chelsea aren't us. Chelsea can get through a low block. We fucking can't. 3-0 Chelsea.
True.
Cole Palmer can shoot outside the box, bro. I mean, I think it's going to be more, but I'm going to be pretty modest with my 3-0. 3-0.
Yeah. Big up Rich, who was in the chat earlier. Everton fan, congratulations on getting your season tickets for next season in their new stadium. Unfortunately, Chelsea are going to come in there and burn down the old one. It's going to be 3-1 Chelsea. 3-1. And it's going to be, Chelsea are just, they're going to win the Conference League. We're going to have to hear about them winning fucking European trophies against Azerbaijani fucking plumbers and painters. We're going to have to hear about all this bullshit. And no, I'm never going to apologize to Chelsea, Ryan, ever. I hate Chelsea. I hate Chelsea. I hate Chelsea just as much as I hate Spurs. I cannot stand Chelsea.
It's pretty damn equal.
I can't stand Chelsea. I can't stand most of their fans.
Shout out Johnny Minerals.
Shout out Johnny Minerals, that racist piece of never mind. Anyway. No, that's not controversial. Anyway, Man United at home to Bournemouth.
Ooh. Senor Amorim. Is this gonna be another big test?
Hold on. Shout out Staffy. Senor Amorim.
Did he really say it like that?
No, I just did that because he's this guy on Twitter. He's so shameless, bro. He's just like, Senor Amorim, I am with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
he posted XG.
Dude, say his name and he appears, bro. Like this guy.
Right on, Stabby.
Big up, Stabby.
Hey. But unfortunately, Staffy, I need to make you sad with this one, but I think this will be either a 3-2 Bournemouth or a 2-2. I don't see United winning this for some reason. I don't know why. Bournemouth are balling out. They're doing great, even though they have a real significant downgrade in the striker position. They still are balling out and scoring some proper goals. So for me, this could be game of the weekend maybe, like a high score 3-2 maybe. Yeah.
Oh shit! Right. I'm gonna be a little nicer than TK, but you guys ain't winning. This is 2-2.
I'm saying the exact same thing 2-2, and it's not the fault of Amorim, by the way. Those players are just so bad.
Yeah,
the players are not good.
Justin Kluivert walks right into that United team. Let's be real.
Yeah, dude. No, of course they don't have a left side. They're playing 2-10s now because they're giving up on the left side on having wingers, bro. They had to bring in somebody to they're done. They're done.
Yeah.
Until they bring in players that can fit into Amorim's system, they are going to continue to be a mid-table club. Period. They're done.
True.
So yeah. Anyway.
Get a little heated.
Yeah, I'm going 2-2. I'm going 2-2. Just because United are at home. If they were playing away, I'd say 3-1 Bournemouth. But oh geez, this is gonna be brutal. Fulham at home to Southampton.
4-1 Fulham. I think 4-1.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I could see a Southampton goal, but I see the Fulham boys balling out against Southampton, bro. So 4-1.
Yep. No, I agree. Southampton are done. I'm going 5-1. I think it's going to be a fucking pounding.
Fulham are going to put that many on Southampton?
Yes, I think Southampton should never have come up. I think they need to put these guys through a trial before they're allowed to come into the Premier League.
I was just going to say, I think Southampton may pull out a stinker.
You think?
A stinky 1-1, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Fulham aren't all that. Fulham are good. They're good, but they're not. Come on, Crane. They're not putting 4 on them. Are you serious? Jesus, you've been smoking some of that shit I've been.
Awobi.
3-0. I don't know, man. I think Southampton could make a bounce back against that disgrace they put on against Chelsea, wasn't it? Or Tottenham? No, Tottenham.
Yeah.
Spurs. Yeah. If Pigeons are on the field 7-1, I'm gonna go 1-1. I'm gonna go 1-1.
Okay.
I think Fulham are overhyped. I think they had a good first 6 weeks of the season. I know Reece Nelson is injured. Not that that's a big concern to anybody, but
shocker.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I think Southampton has a little redemption in their heart. TJ and TK. So 1-1.
I hear it.
Yeah. Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Hey, man, you could call me the Deuterino for your whole brevity thing.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm going Fulham. I'm going Fulham 3-1, 4-1. I'm not gonna lie. Southampton are gonna get put in a split Lolo, bro. They're gonna get smoked.
Points too.
Leicester City at home to Wolves.
Ooh. That's the biggest mid-off yet.
Bro. I'm sleeping through that.
Know.
I'm watching Fulham Southampton only.
I could say
that's a either.
I could say that Wolves could get the new manager bounce, but then I saw which manager they got, and then I thought, okay, they got Vitor Pereira, the Portuguese guy.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Portuguese. There's a run on Portuguese managers now.
Is he the Portuguese national team guy?
I'm not sure. He's a younger guy. If I'm
okay. I'll have to Google it, see if I recognize him.
I know him from the Turkish league, and he bottles shit. So he's like one of them. That like he's not one of the resilient guys. So for me, I could see maybe a 2-0 Leicester City, maybe a 3-1, 2-0, 3-1.
Yeah,
it will be a 2-goal difference though.
Okay, what do you got? What do you got, Dal?
This is Leicester City at Wolves.
Leicester City at home, Midlands in the Midlands.
Yeah. Would you say 3-1? I think 3-1. I think I rate Van Nistelrooy. To be honest, I think he's going to be a very, very good manager with the right club over time. 3-1. I just don't see Wolves scoring, dude. And Jamie Vardy could easily get a brace in the first half or the second half, right? One in either, and just somebody else just bangs one in. These games are just so blah, right? It's hard to predict. You never know what you're going to get. But 3-1 Leicester City.
The next one is going to be even. I was looking forward to hearing your reaction to this one. Tottenham at home to Liverpool.
Ooh,
let's go. That's going to be a good one. I can't wait.
The big one. I need. Okay, I'm not trying to be that guy because I'm that honest guy and I don't hate Liverpool. But I wouldn't mind if Spurs robbed them again, like they did with Diaz in the last year. I wouldn't mind that one more time. But bro, I just need a 2-1 Tottenham. I'm going with my guns and I'm gonna say 2-1 Tottenham. I need Tottenham to get a result against these guys. They cannot. I cannot have Arne Slot have win the league over our 5-year project. I just cannot have that. So I need them to lose one game. So 2-1 Tottenham.
Dal?
What did we say when we started the show, TJ? There's two things I don't do. Number one, ever predict a Tottenham win. Number two, never predict a Tottenham win. It's like Fight Club, right? 2-2 all over it. This has 2-2 all over it, guys. I think that Tottenham, they're going to be up for it at home. So I don't think it's going to be that easy, but I do think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. However, hey, big up, Tony.
Big up, Tony.
I think that Van der Veen is out, and I think Romero's still out. If I'm not, are they back?
They keep. Well, I think Romero is back, but they're limiting their minutes because playing. Imagine playing that high line. It's kind of blowing out people's back their players' hamstrings. Imagine that.
Yeah, right.
Ayo, pause.
I just and 2-2 though, and I only say that because I think there's still Liverpool could still be got at. Like you can still score against this side. I think their wing backs are weak. Obviously their center backs are very good. The midfield's decent. But if Gravenberch doesn't have a good game, what do they offer in the midfield, right? I mean, but Arne Slot has that so figured out, though. That's the thing, right? If he knows a player's not, let's say, at 100% fitness, if they're like 80%, let's say that player's Gravenberch, he will have him perform still, right? He'll have these players performing. But I just think that Tottenham does have firepower, and 2-2. I could go on and on, but 2-2, I think, is fair enough.
I think Liverpool come out and run the fucking table. I'm not gonna lie. I think this
Tottenham.
4-1. This has 4-1 Liverpool written all over it. I'm just being honest. And here's why. Fraser Foster. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking terrible.
Yeah, he look. I don't know what's happening. I'm hearing an echo. Okay, there we go. It's gone. It's all good. I don't know what, like, he's been saving them so far, but against Man United, he started showing signs of age and the fact that he is Fraser Foster. Okay. The guy is older than I am. Okay. The guy, there is no way he is going to be able to stand up to that Liverpool side, especially with Udogie out. If Udogie is out, they have nobody to lock up Salah. It's over. The Spurs play that high line. It could be 5. I don't care if it's at the Hotspur Stadium. I don't give a shit. I'm going 4-1 Liverpool. Spurs score first, and then Liverpool score 4 in a row.
Wow.
I might actually put
a 5 to Vegas. Take this man to Vegas.
You convinced me. I'm gonna change my score prediction to 3-2 Tottenham.
Yeah.
You got the stream, dude.
This fucking guy, man.
But I need this Tottenham win. But
we all need the Tottenham win. I'm just being honest.
2-1 is too low score, so that's what you convinced me of.
I can't get a positive prediction out of my mouth for Tottenham. Like, it could be Tottenham versus Ipswich. I'm still going to go 2-1 Ipswich. Right? Tottenham drew with Rangers. Right?
Yeah, it's
I mean, I know they pounded Southampton, but so did everybody.
Everybody pounds Southampton.
That's why Desi, shout out Desi, was so gassed, and nobody gave a shit because it was Southampton. And they just barely skated by United. They barely skated by United.
It's like a freshman girl at a fucking frat party. These guys are just
so
getting passed around. It's fine. It's over. It's over for them.
Right. What if they have a bit of a fatigue hangover, fitness hangover from the Man United game? But yeah, I think with Badger, it's just got to be 2-2, man. I just don't see one team being better than the other. Even though I know they are. But if they win 4-1, man, I'll eat my words, TJ, and send you a 5 myself.
I think I'm going 4-1, man. I hate to say it because I don't want Liverpool to run away with this. I really don't. Like,
defense is bad.
They're just so bad, dude. And the midfield is no better. Really like outside. No, here's the thing: Kulusevski and Madison, and that's it.
Solanke is but Solanke's doubting his haters, bro. Solanke's he's the target man who can get the ball on the floor. You give those passes to Havertz, and he dinks them up in the air. They come off his shoulder, his face, and his ass cheek. I mean, Solanke can at least trap a ball. Right, and he's a decent target man. He's not the best signing. I wouldn't call him the best striker in the league by any means, but he can trap a ball and he can spin on a turn. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. But if Virgil van Dijk's on it, like you said, they'd have no chance.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I know. And Staffy has Solanke stocks too. Everybody has Solanke stocks.
He is Solanke's biggest fan.
I know, dude. I know. I personally don't get it, but that's okay. Solanke is a good striker. I will say that. He is a good striker.
I know I'm going to get slayed for this, but I would rather have him than fucking Havertz.
Oh, that's not. Of course you would. Who wouldn't?
Okay.
I don't think that's controversial.
He's a real striker, unlike Kai Havertz's fraud ass.
Yeah, I think we all liked Dominic Solanke when he was at Bournemouth. Yeah, I know you've had.
He was adamant.
He's had stocks in him. I understand. Yeah. No, he got in early.
I'll give him that. He was a Watkins hater. He hated Watkins and he loved Solanke.
I never got the Watkins vibe either. I mean, he scored some great goals and won for England and so forth, but I never got the Watkins vibe either. I wanted Marcus Thuram all along, and Diaby, right, DJ? Those are the two I wanted. There's Diaby and Marcus Thuram. Those are the two players I wanted in, but that's never going to happen. So
that's a shot. Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
This chat is absolutely out of control, guys. Smash the likes. Last game. God damn. Last game, and then we're going to redirect over to that fraud will. Arsenal away, Selhurst Park. What do you got, TK?
This is
We shouldn't be
they-
taking a breath like this. This is what's so annoying with me with this club. This club does this to us, man. We don't deserve
yeah.
this, bro.
You know what it is that they're at home and they're gonna go all out. They're gonna look for revenge for what we did to them. You know what I'm saying, the other day. So they will be in my opinion, the Crystal Palace will be even better this game. So and it was 3-2, and if they're better, it should be a draw. But I'm not going for a draw because I'm not that logical.
And they're missing Eze. I saw Eze is going to be
Oh,
out. Thanks
Eze
for
is
the
out as well.
reminder.
Yeah. But I wasn't really convinced with Eze against us the other day, so it wouldn't have mattered either way for me.
He wasn't really a factor. No, I
Yeah.
agree.
But for me, okay, I'll you know what? I'll go with the delusional one. I'll go 3-1 Arsenal. Khalas, go. 3-1 Arsenal.
That's fair. What do you got?
We
What do
need
you
to
got,
win
Dal?
this.
That's
We
a
gotta win
repeat
it.
of history, bro. 3-0, Gabriel Jesus hat trick. Woo! And then everybody gasses him up. Oh my God, he's so good. No, I'm going 3-0. I think that without Eze, especially, that they will be lacking something. And I don't think we'll see Kimmy or center back. Right? I think Gabriel comes back, Saliba comes back, the normal Starsky and Hutch. I swear to Christ, though, if I see Thomas Partey at right back, TJ, I'm going to throw my.
You're going to. I hate to say it. You're
You
going
know,
to see.
I think Timber at right back will work just fine. But yeah, I'm thinking 3-0. Gabriel Jesus hat trick. Why the hell not?
All right. I'm going 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0. We Selhurst Park is very, very tough, but we will get it. And they are going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder. My problem is just the performances haven't been good enough, and they're going to be marking Jesus. They're going to be trying to put him offside, and as much as we like taking the piss and saying like, yeah, it counted. We don't give a shit if it's offside. That doesn't count in the Premier League,
Right.
and we have a penchant for getting caught offside against teams like this.
Yep.
And yeah, like any team plays the offside trap against us, we get fucked. So I'm going 1-0 to the Arsenal though, because I just don't see Mateta getting that chance again with Saliba and Gabriel back there. And Eddie and Kedia will probably not see the pitch, so we don't need to worry about him getting his token goal against us. So yeah, 1-0 to the Arsenal, and I will take it. By the way, I will take it.
Yeah.
Just give me the
1-0
fucking 3
point.
points.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me the fucking 3 points and we move on. All right, guys, that has been the show. Thank you so much to TK for coming on. TK, I'm going to add your channel to the description and to the title. He just started his own channel, people. TK, shout out yourself, bro. Thanks for joining.
Not yet. The channel is going to launch still, but we're moving. We're moving. We're not standing still. So that's the most important thing.
Move faster. People want it. You're in demand.
Yeah. Soon. So soon TM. That's all I say. Soon TM. But you can follow me on Twitter in the meantime. It's at TKA football in short. So yeah, man. And I'm regularly on Saad's Football Corner. Sometimes I am a bench player for Al Ahwa, so maybe you catch me there sometimes as well. So yeah, man, that's all I do basically. So yeah, follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, big up TK every single time. He is my brother in the group chats. When other people are spewing absolute bullshit propaganda, me and TK are there to correct.
Need some Arsenal backup.
Exactly, bro.
100%. Standards FC and the Gooner Lounge group chat.
Yeah.
Right.
Dal.
Yes, sir.
Great show, my guy.
Great
Hopefully
show.
your son feels better. Hopefully you have
Thank
a
you.
good, safe weekend.
Hope so too. Yeah, I think I hear him rumbling around up there. Hopefully cleaning his room. But anyway, yeah, he'll be all right. I'm ready for some basketball tournaments this weekend. But anyway, thanks everyone in the chat for joining. Great show today, TJ, and those lovely stickers. You should put them on your Peachy folder and take them to school with you. Right? You should get those tattooed on your one on each arm, TJ.
Dude, I'm just gonna
Tat it on, man.
I'm just gonna rubber cement them to my arms, and
Might as well.
and that'll be it.
You put
That'll be
Arteta in across your belly like Tupac. Too.
You know, if we win the league this season, you need to tattoo those 2 stickers on your arm for real.
Yes.
If we win the league,
Make the bet now.
Make
the bet now. Here we
I
go.
will make the bet.
Somebody
if we win the league, here we go.
Flip it.
If we win the league, we win the league this season. I'll go on a limb. I will get this tattooed.
That one?
I will get this tattooed.
One.
If we
Ours is gold is better. Trust me, ours
if
is gold
we
is
win
better.
league, I will get this fucking tattooed. That is how
That's just gonna
confident
shit his
I am
pants.
that we are not going to fucking win.
If you get that tattooed,
I'll get it. I will get
we're
it.
bringing
Right, I'll get it
Jazz
right
on,
here.
and I'm gonna let him roast you for an hour.
You know. At least you can add a Premier League trophy with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all.
I will
doom and
get a
gloom.
Premier League trophy behind it.
Yeah,
It's better than I sent Arteta in with an arrow pointing down to your asshole.
No.
That would be pretty bad. What a fan! What a fan you are!
You just wouldn't be able to show it, but it would be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it would be there. It would be there.
I'm crying.
Jesus Christ, DJ. You and your tattoos.
Hey, happy Arteta Day, people. Happy Arteta Day.
Happy Arteta Day, everyone. I just destroyed the stream. Sorry, YouTube.
I'm crying. Okay, I'll be on with Judge Mo tomorrow.
No regrets. No
I'll be on
regrets.
with Judge Mo tomorrow. After the games. And then we'll see what happens. And I'll be back on American Waffle on Monday. I'm finished, dude.
Nah.
I'm finished, dude. Oh
right,
God. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.
You don't have the answers, DJ.
Do you have the answers?
You don't have the answers.
Tony, do you have the answers?
You don't have the answers.
You don't